Alright everybody, welcome back to CM42 TV. We are finally here, back doing a normal video. It seems like it's been a long time, it's been a while. Where should we begin? Bit of Creed on a weekend, lovely. I was going to say a Friday, because it's Friday right now. I don't know when I'm going to post this. Probably tonight. That is July 1st, everybody. And I am loving the summertime. It's going so well so far. It'd be nice if we had some nice weather in Scotland for the summertime. However, I have just been on a holiday to Tenerife. If anyone listened to the episode of the Good Bit podcast where we talked about Dead Poets Society, I believe that was episode 97. Don't ask me how I remember these things. I'm just really clever. Yeah, I think it was the Dead Poets Society episode with Sister Rachel. We chatted about that we were going on like a family holiday. Been and done. If you follow me on social media, you would have got to see some exclusive posts about that at CM42TV on both Twitter and Instagram, by the way. So because of that, there's been a bit of a drought in terms of videos, but also I'm sure if anyone's been somewhat paying attention to my activity on YouTube and that sort of thing, the podcast has been taken off, which is amazing. Very happy that a lot more people are checking out the podcast and stuff. It means a lot. Always work hard on it and stuff like that, but the most important thing is that it's so much fun and I want to share it with everybody who's watching and stuff like that and listening. A lot more people listen than they do watch, but still getting people watching on the video versions, which just adds a whole other layer, you know, to the podcast and to the content. So that's been great. So if you've listened to any episodes of the podcast, The Good Bit, over the past, you know, I don't know, 20 weeks or something since we've been going in 2022. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun, and we've had a couple of weeks off because of holiday and things like that. But as I was going to say, that has now become essentially the cornerstone of CM42 TV. It's funny how the channel changes a lot throughout the years. Originally it was like all wrestling, then it became all movies, and then it became all, and I went to like a video game phase where like I'm not even into games, but like I really enjoyed making that content where I would like play my friends at games and post videos about them on YouTube, and then we did lots of different series. 2018 I just went nuts and was posting a video every day, but in different series that required a lot of editing and stuff. I'd done so much editing that year, so much fun. Then we got to the reaction era of CM42 TV, which I guess we're still kind of in, and that's what we're going to talk about in this channel update. And that was, you know, I also went nuts in like 2019, posting a different reaction every single day of the week. That was crazy. But again, I love that routine. I'm a man of routines. I like the schedule and things like that of that. And now we're in the podcast kind of time where we're doing that every single Monday. Brand new episodes of the Good Bit podcast drop on all your podcasting outlets, but also here on the channel. Always think that's really fun. Having some form of schedule and routine and things like that, you know. So that's basically what we're here to talk about today. No editing going to be required in this video. I don't know how long this is going to be. We're already a few minutes in. I just wanted to capture kind of my thoughts right now about what I want to do with the channel. List off a few things that I'm going to be doing, or I hope to be doing anyway. The main thing is the podcast, of course, as I say. That's going to continue going. I just need to get a few episodes booked in just because of holiday and stuff. That's kind of taken up all of the time, so I haven't had a chance to record any. But just as we're approaching episode 100, some of the guests I've managed to not only have on like all the podcast outlets, but just appearing on the channel is just really cool, you know, like fellow YouTubers and stuff like Chad Arms last week, like literally a friend of the channel for 10 years, you know what I mean, Luke Ryan, you know, Daisuke Beppu, these people who have been channel friends, friends of the channel for so many years, and they finally get a chance to come on, you know, and I don't mean that, you know, they finally had their moment, they've made it, they're on CM42 TV. I just mean like it was finally organised a time where I've literally sat down with them and had a conversation and let everyone see it. Like I just think that's really cool that after all the years, you know, we've finally released something like that, you know. So those are three names that stick out anyway, so check out my episodes with those people. That's Luke Ryan of Razor Wire Reviews, Daisuke Beppu of Daisuke Beppu, and Chad Arms of formerly known as WrestleManiac 1130, Blu-ray Maniac, Chaddy, Bobby Maniac, all the Maniacs coming on the channel. It just was a lot of fun. So that's where we're at with the podcast, going really well, and it will continue to be released every Monday, chatting about a film every single week. The format is, if you don't know, the guest comes on. It can be a guest from my life, someone I've never met before. It could be one of my acting friends, a performer, a fellow performer, things like that. Or just someone, the criteria is you have to just love movies, essentially. Come on the show, you pick your favourite movie, or a movie that, you know, means a lot to you, a movie you know really well. We both watch the movie. We then have a chat just about life in general, the person's movie interests. I ask them some questions about their life watching films and going to the cinema, and if they are a performer, I can ask about how they got started and things like that. Any funny stories they have. And then the second half of the podcast, we chat about their chosen film, why it was chosen by them, why they love the film so much, what I thought of the film. That's the format of the Good Bit podcast. So it's available on Apple, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, everywhere you get your podcasts on the major platforms, and in video form right here on CM42 TV. Now, where are we going with the other videos here on the channel? Great question. I feel like I go in a bit of, a roller coaster in terms of when I want to post videos, what I want to do. It changes all the time, So, and I think that's a good thing. It keeps the kind of mind going and shows that I'm still really keen to do this. And I've been doing these videos for a long time, around 15 years now, if you go way back to the start. But in terms of CM42 TV, it's been a good 8 or 9 years, 10 years, 2012, yeah, so 10 years since we've done CM42 TV. So it's a very exciting time to be here on the channel for me in terms of just getting lots of new ideas and lots of new styles of videos and things like that. So obviously the main thing that I would usually post other than the podcast would be the reaction videos, and I've not done one in a while. I really want to get back to it because I do really enjoy them. So over the next little while, I might do some filming tonight. Over the next week or so, I'll post some of my newer reaction videos of any things that I can find online that I want to do videos about. I really it's the idea of like a reaction video, It sounds so official. And I feel like you need to kind of be entertaining and stuff like that. What I've always done with my reactions is I've literally just, spoke about stuff. And that's kind of like, I've always gotten comments about that. People are always like, oh, you talk way too much, or you talk way too quickly. And I don't understand anything you're saying. Your accent's so strong. And then all people are like, oh no, I love your accent, and things like that, But the issue is, and the reality is, I do have a lot of thoughts. I do like to express them, I guess, and my reaction is to talk sometimes. So I like how genuine that is. I don't like all the kind of... You see plenty of like reaction channels and stuff like that on YouTube, and people are just like, just totally get up and start dancing and vibing and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that if I was listening to it without the camera being on. Obviously, you need to have some form of entertainment value and performance value in order to do this. I'm not silly, I know how it works, I'm a performer at heart, but I like to try and be as genuine as possible when it comes to the reactions. If I have a point, I also quite often forget my point, so I'll sometimes like pause the video and just give my thoughts and stuff. So that's what I like about the reactions, I can just kind of talk about and comment what I'm seeing there in the moment. So whether that's like a try not to laugh challenge, or it's like a compilation video or something like that I'm watching, I'll just watch it and react as I would if you were in the room with me. So that's kind of the vibe I like to do with the reactions. The music's a little bit different because I don't know that much about music. I'm literally just giving you my thoughts on the song or whatever. And the series we were doing was the My Lifetime in Music series, which was so much fun. Literally reacting to every single #1 song that has ever happened since I was born, since I have been alive. Back in 1997 when I was born, every #1 song that's reached the top spot of the UK charts, I've just listened to the song and give my thoughts on it. Does it hold up today? What was going on around that time? How does it compare to the song before? What's the music video like? So that's kind of what I've been doing with that. Really enjoying that one. I think we've got like 7 or 8 episodes in, so I'll continue doing that, and maybe I'll film a few tonight and maybe post them soon. Another video series that I've been posting a lot on the channel is the My First Cinema Experience series, which is a spin-off of the podcast, of course. It's a question I always ask my guests, and I'll just clip that conversation, clip that question and answer, and pop it on the channel as an individual thing. I think people sometimes get confused about what it is. It's just taken from the podcast, but in a smaller clip, and not everyone has an hour to listen to the podcast and watch the full episode. So if I can clip wee bits and pieces, it happens in all podcasts and interviews and things. There's wee clips here and there just to kind of increase the content numbers in terms of, on the channel and stuff like that. So I also mentioned Q&A there. I'd be really keen actually to do another Q&A. The last one I did was in December of 2020. So we've had a full year since then, year and a half. So I'd be really keen to do another one. The issue is I just don't know if anybody would be interested in asking questions or would be interested in watching me do a Q&A. So maybe I'll put some feelers out there. Let me know in the comments just now if you think a Q&A would be interesting to you. And another kind of form of Q&A that I've done before is the live streams. And I always say when I finish the live stream, that was really fun and I really want to do more of them. I should really do it on a weekly basis, things like that. Never happens. So the thought process right now, we're going into summertime, you know, a lot of lighter nights, you know. I know I'm filming with a light right now, but it doesn't get dark as early in the summertime, so I might be more keen to do live streams. And actually one of the first live streams I did properly was when I went to a place called Gran Canaria. I said that as if I've literally just created it. Gran Canaria, the Canary Island. And I did a live stream like on the balcony where I was staying, and it was amazing. I loved that live stream. It's still on YouTube, I believe. Well, I'm going there again next month. I'm going in August to the same place, same hotel and stuff, so maybe do some videos from there again. Who knows? There are a bunch of reactions from a hotel room and stuff when I was there, so maybe I'll do that again when I go over. I'm just trying to think of like what I can do this summer. You know, I always like doing summer on YouTube, summer at the movies, summer in wrestling. It's always a lot of fun, so there's some stuff to expect. Another thing as well, which is probably a whole other thing, is, so in case you don't know, I'm sure you do, the whole world knows, that Stranger Things has just released their brand new season, or it's like the 2 episodes of part 2 of season 4. And I have only ever seen the first season of Stranger Things. So I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewatch Stranger Things from the start, catch up and stuff like that. Never happened. And I was like, why am I so bad at watching TV shows? The Obi-Wan Kenobi series comes out, and I'm still on season 6 of the Clone Wars animated show. And I said, I'm going to get this whole thing finished before Kenobi. Didn't happen. Literally just watched season 6, episode 3 before we started recording here. But I'm really getting into that kind of last stage of it, where I know kind of everything is going down and it's like kind of transfer over to Revenge of the Sith and things like that. So I'm really buzzing about that. Plus seasons 6 and 7 only have 13 episodes, whereas the other ones have like 22, 23 episodes, and it's like, geez. But yeah, so enjoying that a lot, and I have enjoyed the fact I've really taken my time with that series. It's taken me 2 years, but finally there. But the point is, I never finished it in time for the Obi-Wan series to come out, you know. But I watched all the Obi-Wan episodes when, you know, on the week that they came out. You know, I watched them weekly, and loved the series. I did a video talking about episodes 1 and 2, and I was going to do a whole series review. It never happened again. I've just had an absolutely crazy and just so busy couple of months, and usually when I watch people say that on YouTube, I always roll my eyes and I'm like, well, how busy are you? How busy is it? You know, how busy are you to the point where you can't release a wee video here and there? And I always roll my eyes and I'm like, how hard is it to do a video? And then you have a busy month and it's like, oh my god, there's no time to make videos and stuff. The fact I was doing the podcast and stuff, I guess, made up for it. You know, I was still getting that in, but I added that to kind of like my busy schedule, you know, the fact that I'm being so busy because I'm recording so many podcasts and stuff, you know, so where was I going with that? Yeah, so the not having any time to do videos and stuff, so I just never got round to making videos and watching Stranger Things and watching the Clone Wars and stuff. I just had an absolute mental couple of months with work, and I went to see lots of stuff, and I went on holiday. It's just been an absolute whirlwind of a couple of months, and it's been great. I love the fact that life is kind of back now to civilization and normality, and we're going to have a great summer. That's really cool. So I'm happy being busy, but you know, July is actually looking quite calm, and I thought, what a great way to celebrate that than to do some more videos and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I was going to go into. This is what happens with these videos where there's no purpose. It's just a channel update. You just start ranting. So yeah, so I didn't watch Stranger Things and stuff, and then I thought maybe if I start from the beginning, I can do a wee kind of like video journey sort of thing. And even if I have like a vlog style series for a show like Stranger Things or Game of Thrones or like these series that I'm not finished watching yet, maybe like it would maybe push me to make more videos and push me to watch them more because I have a video to go with it, you know. So maybe I'll do that wee sort of like video diaries, you know, of me watching shows. I have never really, you know, been a TV show guy. I've always been more into films. That's always been my thing. I've chatted about that in the podcast a bunch. I'm a film guy, movie guy, more over than a TV show. I don't know if it's like an attention span thing, if I get really fidgety, if it's like a patience thing, I don't know. But I can never just sit and binge a show. You know, I can't spend 13 hours of the day or over 2 days watching the same show. I do get bored and restless and stuff, so I guess that's why, you know, you watch a film, it's an hour and a half, boom, it's done, you know. So I guess that's why I've always preferred that. That's why I like going to the cinema, you know. Although it's a longer film or whatever, you're in the zone, you're sitting on your seat, everything else is shut off, you know, and then you go away, you go and do your thing, you've seen it. You know, TV shows here, you've got all the fidgety stuff, you've got your DVDs, your Blu-rays, you've got your phone, you've got your laptop, you get this, you get that, so you get the fridge, you know. So it's like, what do? I get really distracted with that stuff. So it's something I need to work on. So I thought maybe if I have a video series to go by, maybe I'll try a little bit harder to finally get these things watched. Because when I watch a show, I love it. You know what I mean? It's not as if it's like a chore, you know, to watch a show. But, you know, I watched all of like Squid Game, and I nearly finished Ozark and things like that. Like shows that I really, really enjoyed. And when you look at them, they're just big films, just over like 9 episodes or whatever, you know. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I've got a bunch of shows. I wrote a list because there's so many in my mind that I want to watch. So I wrote a list, and looking at it, I was like, how am I going to watch all these? Some of them are sitcoms, some of them are dramas. A lot of them are relevant, and I like that. I always like watching what is relevant now. What is the buzz show? What can I talk to people about? And I guess that's why I've always liked watching movies, liked doing the podcast, liked having a YouTube channel. What can I talk to people about, you know? So, and I'm still watching wrestling all the time, so that kind of takes up your watch time too. But so yeah, so as I plan to do just now, we kind of movie vlog style videos about my progress watching certain TV shows. How's that? That's an idea going forward. That's a kind of ambitious thing for the summertime. It's not even ambitious, it's very, very easy. And the vlog style things, like the movie vlog stuff, there's no editing required whatsoever. You literally switch the camera on, you share your thoughts on what you've just watched for 5 minutes, and then it's done, you know. But I always feel like I need to do more and set the lights up and make it look nice. It literally, if you're thinking this needs to look good, you know, then you're not going to enjoy the actual process of watching it. You know, you need to make sure that, although it's important that the viewers enjoy your videos, you also have to enjoy making them, and it has to be, you know, you have to have a reason for doing them. You know, so my reason for doing, you know, movie vlogs or TV show vlogs could be just to document my thoughts, have a series on the channel, and make me watch the show more and stick with the show, you know, if I'm really kind of concentrating on both watching it and getting a series out of it, you know. So that's what I've got coming up on the channel. Continuing with the podcast, continuing with my first cinema experience, continuing with the My Lifetime in Music series, bringing back the reactions and more movie/TV show vlog style videos right here on the channel. And as we go into the summer, as we do more, I'll film more videos, just giving my thoughts on some stuff. At the end of the day, that's what it's all for. If you're not making like documentaries and you're not making things like, I don't know, short films and all that stuff, you know, like, at the end of the day, the YouTube channel is literally for your enjoyment. We've diary style channel and videos and stuff, so that's really cool too. And I already started watching a Netflix series called The Staircase, documentary about a murder mystery case, of course, and actually a murder mystery staircase. I think Sky made like a dramatisation of it recently. This is the original documentary series that was originally made in like 2003 or something, got revamped for Netflix in 2018. So that's kind of what I'm watching and really enjoying that. And there's a certain way the documentary is done that is really good and easy for people with a low concentration span like myself. Like, there's no real sort of fancy editing and flashbacks and here's the history on the city they live in and all that stuff. It's literally, they filmed so much stuff. They filmed so much footage of this case with interviews of the people's families and stuff, and court stuff and analysis and boardrooms and things like that. They're literally just showing you all the footage unedited in timeline order, you know, since the incident happened to the court case to where he's at now, all that stuff. And it's really kind of nice watching it. You don't need to think about it at all. You're literally seeing the case and understanding it as it is unfolding with the members of the case as well. So that's kind of what I'm watching just now, and I will do a wee kind of video about that, my progress on watching that, and that'll give me a wee kind of taster to see how those kind of videos are going to go. So stick around for them. I just love the kind of really raw footage of it, you know what I mean? There's no real editing about it whatsoever, and that kind of got me thinking, like, would that be really cool to film wee kind of conversations with myself and wee interviews with myself, or get people like my sister or my girlfriend or something to like interview me and kind of document my thoughts on life, and do that with other people too. You know, I'm interviewing people on the podcast. You know, I could get people in my life and sit them down and just kind of talk about where they're at now, what their thoughts are, any memories they have, and how that kind of like compares to when you watch them back in like 20 years time. There's something about that that's really interesting, and that got me thinking about the YouTube channel and stuff, and like how can we use the YouTube channel going forward. Like, sometimes I don't like watching older videos, you know, it's very cringe, but then that's like part of it, you know. That's like the time, what do you call that? Not time travel, it's on the tip of my tongue. A time capsule. It's like a time capsule of like what you were doing at that moment, what you looked like, what you were wearing, what your thoughts were, what you were watching, all that stuff. You know, when you watch back your old videos, it's like, wow, that's what like 2013 looked like, you know what I mean? That's why I've always been into like vlogging and documenting things. I've never kept a diary of such, but like the vlogs are your diary. They're your video diary, you know, your video log. Star Trek as well, man. There's so much Star Trek to watch. I wanted to document that. I wanted to do movie vlogs of watching the Marvel films again. Do a whole watch through, but I was doing the watch through and then that got halted as well because I got super busy. So much to do. And then like, we're still just like watching films for the first time and dipping into your collection. I made a video like 2 years ago with like, here are all the Blu-rays and DVDs in the collection that I've never watched, and I'm going to do it now, you know. I just didn't do it. Didn't do it. Crazy times, man. But hopefully now it's summertime. July's looking free and open, less work and nice weather and light nights, things like that. So good times to be had, good times to be documented, and it's a good time to be subscribed to CM42 TV. Nice wee segue there, yes. And of course for listening, subscribing, downloading to the podcast, which drops every Monday. Brand new episodes of the Good Bit podcast, chatting about the world's greatest films and everybody's favourite films in the world. So a different film discussion every week. Had a couple of weeks off just because of holiday and stuff, but we're back to it next week. I'm buzzing to get back to the podcast as well and buzzing to get back to normality on the YouTube channel. So thanks so much if you watched this. Apologies for boring you for 20 minutes, but that's what I do, baby. See you next time here on CM42 TV. Back to the reactions and all sorts of movie / TV show vlogs and stuff coming up very soon. Another thing I was going to say about my reading. Something I've been trying to get better at is be a reader, and I really hit a wall in 2022 with it. So again, I thought video series, that'll help me along. You know, I was doing book mail, but I wasn't buying any more books, so I thought reading journey series, talk about where you're at. Only needs to be 5-10 minutes an episode. What were your thoughts on the book? What you're reading? How you're feeling about reading? Are you getting any better at it? See, it's all for the mind. It's all for personal therapy. The YouTube channel, and you just, you know, happen to be watching and commenting and listening. So if you're out there and you can hear me, I appreciate you. I thank you for watching. Very grateful for your time. And I'll be back very, very soon here on CM42 TV. I'll see you later.